Overnight, my beautiful roommate blew up online. With a single dancing video, she became the new generation goddess on Douyin. And that viral video? It was shot by me, lying on the school lawn. Don't ask why I was lying on the grass. Just know that was the angle where she looked her best. Squatting, lying flat, leaning sideways. She made me assume all sorts of bizarre postures to frame the shot. Find the right angle, catch the perfect light. We filmed for over 3 hours straight. Because she messed up a move, missed a beat, her skirt didn't flutter right, her expression was off, she didn't look tall enough, her legs didn't seem long enough. We shot over 30 takes before we finally got a video that Zhao Lin was barely satisfied with. Not only did I get no thanks, but she even threw shade. Cheng Yan, are you maybe not that good with using a phone? I guess that's what they mean by if you accept favors, your hands are tied. If you eat others' food, your mouth softens. I hate that I ate that piece of chocolate Zhao Lin gave me. Actually, that day when she was sharing snacks, no one in the dorm wanted any, and she was pretty awkward. So I just took it. And then I got myself into trouble. Help me shoot another video today. Early the next morning, Zhao Lin grabbed me, refusing to let me go, saying she needed to strike while the iron was hot, otherwise the hype would die down. The other 2 roommates had already left. They'd both had conflicts with Zhao Lin before, and their relationship wasn't great. Because I usually kept to myself, Zhao Lin always came to me for things. I have a full schedule today. No time. I refused without even thinking. Of course, even if I had no classes, I wouldn't dare help this young lady shoot videos again. Ugh. What's so important about those classes? Zhao Lin clung to my arm, whining and coquettishly begging, saying she was going to be an internet celebrity, to please help her shoot one more, begging me not to kill her dream, blah blah blah. She left me speechless. What do you mean? What's so important about those classes? Isn't attending class a student's basic duty? Besides, just because you don't like attending class doesn't mean I don't have to either. And now if I don't help, I'm killing her dream. What kind of twisted logic is that? Seeing I was about to be late, she still clung to me like an octopus. Getting impatient, I told her to find someone else. Zhao Lin said she couldn't find anyone else. I was her only good friend. My arm was red where she'd grabbed it, and I couldn't break free no matter how I struggled. I couldn't help losing my temper. What are you doing? Let go. I need to leave. Probably not expecting me to get angry, Zhao Lin was stunned for a moment, and I quickly pulled my arm free. Zhao Lin's face fell. Cheng Yan, I always thought of you as a friend. You won't even help with such a small thing. So stingy. Wow. I'm stingy. Haven't I helped you enough? Do I owe you? I couldn't be bothered with her and quickly ran to the teaching building. But even rushing as fast as I could, I was still late. The back door was locked, so I had to sneak into the classroom under everyone's gaze. My resentment toward Zhao Lin grew a few more degrees. One long class ended after 10 a.m. The next was a major specific course, complex with a high failure rate. Almost no one dared skip it. Zhao Lin finally sauntered in late. When she walked into the classroom, the class fell silent for a moment. A girl named Zhu Renren enthusiastically waved at her. Zhao Lin, there's an empty seat here. Zhao Lin walked over with a haughty smile and sat diagonally behind me. Soon, a small group gathered around her. I could hear their conversation clearly. Zhu Renren said she envied Zhao Lin for becoming an internet celebrity. Another girl chimed in, saying she wanted Zhao Lin's autograph. Then the group burst into raucous, bell-like laughter. I never knew they were that close to Zhao Lin before. While joking with her new sisters, Zhao Lin also brought up me, her former only good friend. She said that viral video was shot by me, thanks to my help. Then she pivoted, saying I felt shooting videos was a waste of time, and she was too embarrassed to trouble me again. Hearing this, Zhu Renren immediately volunteered to help Zhao Lin shoot. Zhao Lin quickly thanked her with a smile, adding that helping her shoot videos was simple, didn't require any special skills, just shoot in spare time. That statement made me laugh out loud. Since Zhao Lin became popular online, she often shot videos in the dorm, causing a lot of trouble for the rest of us. First, she played music loudly while filming. It didn't bother her, but for us, the repetitive viral tunes were like auditory torture. Even my noise-canceling headphones couldn't block it out. Second, when she was filming, we couldn't move freely in the dorm because we might accidentally enter the shot. Especially late at night, no one wanted to appear in the video bare-faced, in pajamas, becoming Zhao Lin's foil. Everyone found it annoying, but there was no way to stop Zhao Lin from filming. We just endured silently until one day, Jialin uploaded a video that actually captured my underwear. Jialin's bed faced mine. After doing laundry, I'd hung my clothes by my bed, and Jialin had filmed it and uploaded it online. This unintentionally placed underwear was quickly spotted by sharp-eyed netizens. The video's popularity skyrocketed instantly, and the comment section was filled with unsavory remarks. I, a young woman who's never even had a boyfriend, had my underwear viewed by thousands of strangers who joked about it in the comments. I was absolutely furious. I immediately demanded Jialin delete the video. But Jialin just laughed and said, "Oh, it's just underwear. What's the big deal?" I said, "Then how about I film your underwear and post it online?" Jialin retorted, "I didn't do it on purpose. It's so popular now. Why should I delete it? It's not my fault." I was so angry my chest hurt. "So you were saying it as my fault?" Jialin turned around and muttered, "Who told you not to put your clothes away properly?" Damn! Furious, I couldn't help shoving Jialin. "Are you going to delete it or not?" "I won't. Who are you to make me delete it?" I finally realized reasoning with someone like her was impossible. I tried to grab her phone. Jialin fought back. During the struggle, the phone fell to the floor, the screen shattering into a spider web. Seeing this, Jialin looked up, gritting her teeth. "You pay for my phone," I said. "Delete the video, and I'll pay for your phone." Jialin said, "Want me to delete the video? Dream on." I said, "Want me to pay for your phone? Dream on." Jialin's attitude about this whole thing infuriated me. Becoming an internet celebrity yourself is one thing, but publicly exposing a random roommate's underwear, what's that about? I even seriously considered filming Jialin's underwear and posting it online, one per day, with an account named Internet Celebrities Intimate Apparel Appreciation, but in the end, I gave up. Such underhanded things, I'll just think about them. Jialin refused to delete the video, never apologized, and I never paid for her phone. I was itching with hatred but helpless. Jialin and I were officially at odds. Later, Jialin continued her absurd antics, finally pushing me over the edge. It was a Friday. The other two roommates were out, leaving only Jialin and me in the dorm. Jialin, with a new phone from who knows where, was there shaking her head and filming videos. I had a club gathering later and was halfway through doing my makeup when I suddenly needed to use the bathroom. I rushed out. When I came back, damn it, the door was locked. No matter how I kicked, cursed or shouted, the person inside remained silent as if dead. A student from the next dorm poked her head out and asked what was wrong. It was fine when no one asked, but with someone showing concern, my tears couldn't stop. I said Jialin locked me out, and I had things to do later. The classmate looked a bit awkward too and said, "Why don't you come to our dorm to rest for a bit?" I shook my head. Going to their dorm wasn't a solution. I couldn't just not go back. I had no choice but to go downstairs to find the dorm supervisor. But of course, she wasn't there. I was frantic. The time I'd agreed to meet my clubmates was approaching. Right now, my face only had foundation and eyeshadow, no eyeliner, lipstick, mascara, or eyebrows, and I didn't have my phone. I had to borrow the neighboring dorm student's phone to contact a club senior, saying I couldn't make it to the gathering because my roommate locked me out. I couldn't get my phone, and my makeup wasn't done. Fortunately, the senior was very kind. She took me to her dorm, helped me finish my makeup, took me to the gathering, and comforted my hurt, fragile little heart. When I returned that night, the dorm door was still tightly shut. I'd expected it. I went to find the dorm supervisor, inevitably getting scolded again. You guys never bring your keys. How many floors do I have to run up and down to open doors for you? And you're on the 5th floor. Next time you need a key, clean the downstairs area first. I said my roommate deliberately locked me out. The supervisor said, "If you have conflicts, go to your counselor. Don't keep bothering me like this." I didn't say anything. The supervisor grumbled as she opened the door for me. Jialin was nowhere to be seen. The dorm was empty. The supervisor pursed her lips. "You said your roommate locked you out. You were just careless and making excuses." Jialin didn't just lock me out. She locked others out too. After the other two roommates were locked out while doing laundry and while going downstairs to get takeout, dorm 501 became a place where everyone was on high alert, guarding their keys more preciously than their lives. Our poor doors suffered, being slammed bang 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 every day. The entire floor knew dorm 501 had top-notch security awareness, locking the door even to use the bathroom. Besides the locking tactic, Jialin also stayed up late every night. How did she stay up? Not by gaming or calling people. She stayed up watching videos with headphones on. That doesn't sound like a problem at first glance, right? After all, She's wearing headphones, but the desperate part is, she laughs while watching videos. Just after lights out, when everything is quiet, and I'm drowsily drifting into dreamland, suddenly a burst of bell-like laughter erupts, instantly scaring away my carefully cultivated sleepiness. I take a deep breath, full of anger, and try to sleep again. Then comes the sound of suppressed snickering. Ha ha ha, I really think this kind of laughter is more annoying than late-night gaming or phone calls. You're over here furious, and they're over there dying of happiness. How irritating. If you tell her off, she just ignores you. Of course, she doesn't sleep either because she doesn't need to get up early the next morning. Since she went viral, she hardly attended classes, just holed up in the dorm filming Douyin videos. Living in this dorm was becoming unbearable. I came to university to study, not to get angry at weirdos. I decided to go to the counselor. Before I could even speak, the counselor, as if already knowing, said, "There are no empty dorms now. To change dorms, someone needs to be willing to swap with me." I asked how the counselor knew I wanted to change dorms. The counselor said, "Oh, the other two from your dorm were here today, asking to change dorms." Zhao Lin also came to me, saying all three of you are ganging up on her, and you even broke her phone. I don't have time to figure out who's right or wrong here. But students' main task should be studying, not scheming. I've talked to Zhao Lin too. Since you're fortunate enough to be classmates and roommates, just compromise. It's really hard to change dorms now. Perfect. Dejected and rejected, I walked out of the counselor's office like a frostbitten eggplant. At the time, I didn't realize what kind of disaster awaited me next. I trudged back to the dorm, opened the door, and inside sat two gaudily dressed girls, Zhu Renran and Chen Linger. Zhu Renran said, "We've swapped into dorm 501. We're all roommates now." This news hit me like a thunderclap. Since Zhao Lin got popular, these two had been clinging to her. I had wanted to ask them to swap, but they beat me to it. I quickly posted in the grade group chat, holding onto a sliver of hope, asking if anyone else was willing to swap dorms with me. But of course, no one responded. Miserable. One Zhao Lin was bad enough. Now there were two more. Life was becoming unbearable. With backup, Zhao Lin no longer stifled her laughter under the covers late at night. They began filming Douyin videos all night long. At 1 a.m., they were frantically filming Douyin, while I was frantically calling the counselor. I couldn't take it anymore. I really wanted to beat them up, but this is a society ruled by law, and I couldn't take on three of them anyway. On the 10th call, the counselor finally answered, suppressing anger. "Who is it? What's the matter?" I said, "Hello, teacher. I'm Cheng Yan from class XXX. My roommates Zhao Lin, Zhu Renran, and Chen Linger are filming Douyin videos late at night, seriously disturbing others' rest." As soon as I finished speaking, Zhao Lin and the others went quiet. The counselor asked, "Are they still filming now?" I said they just stopped. The counselor Hamed yawned and said to deal with any problems tomorrow. Just sleep now, then hung up. But not 5 minutes later, these three psychopaths started again, deliberately talking and laughing loudly. Zhao Lin even snidely remarked that whether the video went viral or not didn't matter. Making someone furious made her happy. I really wanted to kill her. Later, immersed in the beautiful fantasy of beating up the three of them, I unknowingly fell asleep. Waking up the next morning with dark circles under my eyes, one phrase filled my mind: if you don't erupt in silence, you will perish in silence. If you can't beat them, join them. I'll use magic to defeat magic. Filming Douyin, huh? Just because you can film doesn't mean I can't. Bring it on. Who's afraid of who? Of course, before filming my own videos, I had to do some preparation. Previously, when Zhao Lin and the others filmed, I intentionally avoided the camera. Now, I made a point of getting into the shot, walking deliberately behind them, showing my face, etc., quietly making my presence known. Zhao Lin obviously noticed, but later found that videos with me in them had surprisingly good traffic. After all, voyeuristic curiosity is human nature, so she just let me intrude. And discussions about me in her comments section grew. Like, "Haha, the girl in white behind you moves so weirdly. The white-clothed girl has so much hair. The white-clothed girl actually ate half a burger in one bite. Damn. The white-clothed girl is doing the splits." Later, it even reached a point where Zhao Lin's video tags included one, "What is the Wifitical wow?" using me as a free actor now. After maintaining this habit for a while, I started deliberately avoiding their cameras again, no longer appearing in their videos. Simultaneously, I bought some online water armies to spam Jaolin's comments section. Why isn't the white-clothed girl in today's video? Videos without the white-clothed girl are dull. Where's the white-clothed girl? Back and forth like this, Jaolin got angry. She started forcefully saying in the comments that netizens were meddling in others' business for no reason and forbade them from asking about the white-clothed girl. The internet doesn't indulge anyone's princess tantrums. Seeing Jaolin's aggressive tone, netizens with time on their hands, especially some trolls, started arguing with her. Huh? Why can't I ask? I'll ask if I want to. Where's the white-clothed girl? White-clothed girl. White-clothed girl. White-clothed girl. Searching the entire internet for the missing white-clothed girl, hiding in my bed refreshing these comments, I couldn't hold back and laughed out loud. Have to say, modern netizens' contrarian spirit is really strong. The more Jaolin forbade asking, the more people asked. I didn't expect this tactic to work so well either. So, my little brain word, I immediately registered an account named The Missing Whitcold, then spent a significant amount to buy another wave of water armies, spamming like crazy. Found the white-clothed girl's account, folks. Go follow The Missing Whitcold. Jaolin desperately deleting comments and blocking accounts was useless. Watching my account's follower count instantly break 1,000, I couldn't hold back and laughed out loud again. Jaolin was furious. Some people really have no shame. I ignored her. Wasn't Jaolin dreaming of becoming famous? Then I'll steal your fans right in front of you. How does that feel? Of course, I knew the number of fans I'd stolen wasn't much, but as long as it annoyed Jaolin, I was happy. To thank these fans who followed me and helped me vent, I posted my video of doing the splits while eating a burger. Oh right, forgot to mention, I learned dance for 3 years as a child. Didn't learn anything else in those 3 years, just learned how to do the splits. Well, since I only learned the splits in 3 years, my split skills are masterful. How masterful? I can stand on one foot, do a split, and simultaneously eat half a burger. When I woke up, I found my splits video had hundreds of thousands of likes, and my follower count had broken 10,000. My brain bust. Turns out modern netizens really love watching splits. Obviously, Jaolin also came across my video. Her face was as dark as a pod bottom early in the morning. Seeing her unhappy made me happy. Honestly, I kinda understood why Jaolin became so obsessed with filming after going viral. Not only does vanity get greatly satisfied, but the netizens in the comments really know how to talk. I genuinely didn't expect my splits while eating a burger to be praised as talented and cute. Netizens' mouths are so sweet, chattering away. Of course, it wasn't long before I also experienced the vicious chatter of netizens. I'll get to that slowly. After the splits video blew up, I struck while the iron was hot and posted some other videos, interesting things from my daily life. Like the group of guys in the cafeteria at noon with famine makeup asking the cafeteria auntie for food. Like the cat pig outside the library lying on its back sunbathing. Like the beautiful sunset on the sports field and the athletes training under it. These casually shot daily videos received a lot of praise and love online. Some said they saw the purest beauty of youth in my videos. Some praised me for having an eye for beauty. Seeing so many people say they were healed by my videos, I felt truly satisfied. And not long after, I discovered something else. This video making thing, it can generate income. I tried using these videos to join official creator programs to earn money. In less than a week, my account earnings were enough for several months' living expenses. Wow! Isn't this better than tutoring? During the peak of the dorm conflict, to afford renting off campus, I'd found a tutoring job teaching English to a 5th grade girl. Although the little girl was well behaved and her parents were very kind, I now wanted to put my remaining energy into making videos, besides studying. If before I made videos to annoy Jaolin, now I wanted to take video making seriously. So I went to the little girl's parents to resign. Since I was leaving suddenly for personal reasons, I offered to forego the tuition fees for the past 2 weeks. The little girl's mom said that wouldn't do and insisted on paying me. We went back and forth for a while. The mom smiled and said, "Never seen such an honest kid. This is what you deserve," I said. We agreed on a whole semester. I'm breaking the agreement. I'm too embarrassed to take it. The mom laughed again, said this kid is really honest, then suddenly added, "Are you doing short videos now?" I was stunned. Thinking of my splits while eating a burger video, my face instantly heated up. I stammered, "Why, you've seen it?" "Yes. What's called instant social death." I stood there awkwardly laughing, not knowing what to do. The mom continued, "Interested in working at our company?" Me? Huh? Our company is a media company. We also have an internet celebrity division, which I happen to be in charge of. Don't worry. Our company is very legitimate. I think you have a talent for media. Interested? I can explain in detail. Linda, the little girl's mom, was being too modest. Their company wasn't just legitimate. It was an industry leader. The company was full of influencers with millions, even tens of millions of followers. When I went with Linda to their company, I saw several people from my follow list. Oh my God. These beauties were in the same city as me. While touring their company, my head was filled with, how on earth did I, Cheng Yan, deserve to be here, meeting these people? Just taking a group photo with these people would be enough to infuriate Zhao Lin. Yep, even in this situation, I still hadn't forgotten about infuriating Zhao Lin. Linda said they rarely sign campus influencers because viral fame fades fast, but she thought I had my own unique qualities, was moldable talent, and had good character. She said outsiders think being an influencer is easy and lucrative, but only insiders know the effort and hardship required is no less than any other industry. She said she hoped I could seize the opportunity, study and work hard in the future, and not betray her trust. I quickly nodded, expressing my determination, then shakily signed the contract Linda gave me. Am I dreaming? I returned to school in a daze, took out the contract, and read it over several times before finally confirming I wasn't dreaming. I soon moved out of the dorm. When I had class, I attended. When I didn't, I studied performance skills. After signing with the company, having a professional team, my account followers steadily increased. Zhao Lin's side, lacking staying power, was already showing signs of cooling off. After moving out, I had little interaction with Zhao Lin. I couldn't be bothered with past grievances anymore, but Zhao Lin didn't feel the same. One day during class, Linda suddenly messaged me, telling me to watch Zhao Lin's latest video. Not watching was fine. Watching it almost gave me high blood pressure. Zhao Lin actually accused me of being a vampire in the video. She said we used to be good friends, but after she became famous, I grew jealous, broke her phone, but she didn't mind and magnanimously invited me to film videos with her. I refused on the surface but secretly intruded into her videos, making weird moves to attract attention. Later, after using her to build my account, I became very arrogant, ignoring her when we passed on the road. Not only that, I stole the signing opportunity that should have been hers. The video included snippets of our chat records about me breaking her phone, and proof of me ignoring her greeting on the road. So that's why she was waving at me like a maniac last time. So it was a setup. What does she mean we were good friends? What does she mean I stole her signing opportunity? And why do I have to greet her? I was dumbfounded. How did she have the nerve to say these things? Simultaneously, my account backend exploded. All sorts of people call me a scheming bitch, a green tea bitch, and even hurl insults at my family. All kinds of vile language, unbearable to read. It was the first time I knew such malicious words existed in the world. Linda said, "It's true that my account initially leached off Xiaolin. This is hard to explain clearly. As for the conflict between Xiaolin and me before, there's no evidence, so it's hard to convince others. If you fight with her now, whether you win or lose, you'll be the one at a disadvantage," Linda said. The barefoot aren't afraid of those wearing shoes. She's about to fade into obscurity anyway, so she has nothing to lose. But you're different, you have a long road ahead. Fighting with her will have a big impact on you. Besides, her move isn't just to upset you. She probably also wants to gain traffic from you. If you fight back, you'll fall right into her trap. Linda told me to endure. I endured, but it was painful. No matter what I posted, there were always people calling me a scheming bitch, saying I looked silly on the surface but was actually full of malice. What I couldn't stand even more was that some people insulted my family, saying my mother shouldn't have given birth to me in the first place. Every time, I told myself not to care about these comments, but whenever I saw them, I couldn't help but cry out of anger. I felt wronged. It wasn't my fault. So why did I have to endure these insults? Sometimes I even thought, why endure? I should just tear into Xiaolin, that wretched girl, and shut up all those malicious attackers. Even if it ended in mutual destruction, I'd at least have vented my anger. But whenever I thought of the trust Linda had placed in me, I felt I couldn't let my impulsiveness waste all the effort Linda had put in during this time. After a month of ignoring the situation, with Linda's help, a campus sitcom I filmed suddenly went viral. Although there were still people criticizing me in the comments, The rising numbers soothed my feelings quite a bit. Seeing that I could still stay popular despite being attacked like this must have driven Xiaolin crazy, especially since posting 10 videos a day didn't help her at all. And Xiaolin was indeed furious. After school that day, as usual, I rushed to the company to film videos. Out of nowhere, Xiaolin suddenly blocked my way. She didn't attend classes much, and I didn't live in the dorm, so we hadn't seen each other for a while. Seeing her suddenly like this startled me. She had lost a lot of weight and was wearing heavy makeup, standing there smiling at me. "Cheng Yan, did you sign with a company? Can you introduce me?" Xiaolin always managed to shatter my understanding of how thick-skinned a person could be. I didn't want to engage with her and kept walking, but Xiaolin persistently followed me. "Are you angry about me calling you out before?" "Actually, that was my strategy. Fighting can attract followers, which benefits both of us. I've seen many influencers do this. Don't misunderstand my good intentions. Since I've helped you like this, can't you help me too? It's too hard to manage an account alone." Zhu Renren and Chen Linger are just two idiots. Xiaolin spoke while laughing exaggeratedly, her eyes wide and her mouth stretched into a big grin, looking overly excited. Hearing these completely unreasonable words and seeing Xiaolin's exaggerated expression, I suddenly felt a bit scared. I didn't dare to engage with her any longer and ran away as if fleeing for my life. Once I finally got into a car and opened my phone, I saw that Xiaolin had just posted a new video. In it, she was on the verge of tears. I couldn't bear to give up our years of friendship, so I took the initiative to reconcile, but she completely ignored me. How heartless people can be, of course. She also included a shot of me running away like a scared rat. I got goosebumps all over. I felt like Xiaolin's mental state wasn't quite normal anymore. I told Linda, who was also worried about my safety but didn't know what to do. I couldn't just stop attending classes. In the end, I had no choice but to stick closely with my classmates whenever I went to class. But Xiaolin was like a mobile paparazzo. Every time she saw me, she'd film me aggressively and then post a self-directed, self-scripted essay online. It was incredibly annoying. At the same time, I started feeling more and more anxious. Xiaolin's harassment was only part of it. The bigger source of anxiety was that I noticed my video traffic was gradually decreasing. I suddenly realized that I, a minor influencer who had been popular for less than a year, was about to become a has-been. Linda said that most influencers have very short life cycles because there will always be more beautiful and interesting people to capture the public's attention. When I realized this, I was depressed for a long time. I tried hard to create more interesting videos to retain followers, but it didn't help at all. Seeing the videos I'd put so much effort into receive only a few dozen likes, I suddenly understood Xiaolin's desperation a little. This feeling was just too unbearable. Naturally, Xiaolin noticed this too. After class one day, she rushed up to me and taunted, "Cheng Yan, how come your videos only get a few hundred likes after 24 hours now? You're past your prime." I didn't want to engage with her, but she chased after me, saying, "I always knew someone like you could never truly make it big. You don't deserve it." I took a deep breath and asked, "And you do?" "Of course. I'm prettier and have a better figure than you, so of course I can make it big." Looking at Xiaolin's deranged state, I felt a strange pang of sympathy for her. I kindly advised her not to keep chasing the influencer dream, as it wasn't very realistic. Xiaolin sneered, "Of course it's not realistic for you, you're too ugly." I rolled my eyes and walked away. As my traffic got worse, Linda also stopped contacting me much. She had recently signed a new batch of influencers. Just as she said, there will always be more beautiful and interesting people. Not long after, I announced that I was stopping updates, telling my supportive fans that I would focus more on my studies from now on. My fans were very supportive. Since I had saved up some money, I didn't plan to move back to the dorm. Living alone, doing whatever I wanted, was incredibly satisfying. I should have returned to an ordinary, happy college life, but Xiaolin, that lingering pest, wasn't going to let me go. Even though my account was inactive, Xiaolin tirelessly filmed me, even making it into a series called The Current State of a Has-Been Influencer. The despairing part was that people actually watched it. I was speechless. Why keep picking on the same sheep? I talked to my counselor, who said she was helpless and clearly didn't want to get involved. I smiled, then immediately reported it to the police. Violating someone's portrait and reputation rights is illegal. The police ordered Xiaolin to delete all content about me from her account and gave her a stern warning. Although Xiaolin deleted the videos in front of the police, within 2 days, She was back at it. Every day, whether I was going to or from class, as long as I was on campus, she, along with Zhu Renran and Chen Linger, would haunt me like ghosts. When I ate in the cafeteria, they'd sit around me, filming themselves swaying and singing while capturing me rolling my eyes in exasperation. I really wanted to dump my plate of green pepper and egg fried rice on their faces. I didn't, but someone did it for me. A girl with long black hair walked over and gracefully poured a bowl of seaweed egg drop soup on Xiaolin's face, pointing at her nose and calling her a bitch. Everyone was stunned. Looking at the furious girl in front of me, I wanted to ask, "Who are you, warrior?" After pouring the soup, the girl left. Xiaolin stood there dazed for a moment, then started giggling while holding her phone. This is great material. Posting this online will definitely go viral. Later, I found out that the girl with long black hair had her 3-year first love stolen by Xiaolin. She already disliked Xiaolin, and seeing her act so shamelessly in the cafeteria made her lose control. And Xiaolin, that lunatic, actually posted the video of her being splashed with soup online. Some commenters called her crazy, while others said she was like a real-life crazy beauty, which was strangely captivating. I felt like the world was going crazy too. From then on, Xiaolin seemed to have unlocked a new world. She abandoned her pure pretty girl persona and embraced anything bizarre, outrageous, or crazy. She filmed herself laughing hysterically on the street, fighting with others, or even provocatively twisting her way out of the classroom in the middle of a lecture, capturing the teacher's shocked expression. One day after school, when I returned to my rented place, Xiaolin and her 2 lackeys cornered me in an alley. Terrified, I immediately tried to call the police, but Xiaolin rushed over, grabbed my hand, pouted, and said, "Don't be scared, Cheng Yan. I won't hurt you. Let me give you a kiss." What? Xiaolin actually grabbed my face and planted a kiss on me. Staring at her, then at the equally stunned two behind her, my mind went blank. I watched Jiaolin's lips move, but her words sounded like an alien language. "Cheng Yan, let's form a CP. It'll definitely go viral. Help! Help me!" I pushed her away and ran home quickly. I washed my face over a dozen times with cleanser before calming down. Then my phone dinged. A classmate had sent me a message with Jiaolin's recently uploaded video. The classmate also sent a string of ellipses. Trembling, I opened the video. The comments said, "OMG, so hot. Love-hate relationship between 2 beauties. I'm dying. Crazy beauty x cute little beauty. This CP is too good. I'm obsessed." Obsessed? Obsessed with what? This is perverted. Have you considered how the people involved feel? I almost threw up. This was even more disgusting than being harassed by a creepy old man. I posted a statement on my account, urging netizens to be rational. Jiaolin's abnormal behavior had seriously affected my life, and I hoped everyone wouldn't enable her. Then I called my counselor again, firmly stating that Jiaolin's condition was clearly abnormal and that if no action was taken, it could cause significant problems for the school and the college in the future. The counselor said she understood. The internet isn't a lawless place. Platforms inevitably take down overly bizarre videos. Some of Jiaolin's videos were removed, and her account was temporarily banned. But the college took no action against Xiaolin. I was at my wit's end. Every day, I went to class trembling with fear. Thankfully, kind classmates accompanied me to and from class. But occasionally, when I turned around and saw Xiaolin, I'd break out in a cold sweat. She was like a lunatic now, and I had no idea what she'd do next. Would I have to live under Jiaolin's shadow for all 4 years of college? There was no other way. Since the counselor was avoiding the issue, I had to escalate it so the school would have no choice but to intervene. After school, I arranged to meet Xiaolin in an empty classroom, saying I had something to tell her. I told Xiaolin, "You want to film viral videos, right? Let's collaborate." Xiaolin's eyes lit up instantly. "How?" I pulled out a dull fruit knife from my pocket. "Stab me with this." Love-hate relationship, right? Xiaolin frowned, looked at me and said, "Violence and gore aren't allowed on platforms." She was truly crazy. She didn't consider whether this was reasonable at all, only whether the platform would allow it. I forced a smile. "It's fine. We'll just film the event, not the blood." Xiaolin suddenly laughed. "Right. As long as we don't film the blood." She grabbed the fruit knife and charged at me. I quickly ran outside. 2 male classmates waiting outside the classroom were supposed to stop Xiaolin as planned, but she started slashing at them with the knife, so all 3 of us had to run. Xiaolin chased after us, waving the knife. "Cheng Yan, stop!" Didn't you tell me to stab you? Why are you running? I ran ahead, screaming for help. Finally, campus security arrived and subdued the frenzied Xiaolin. The dean and counselor arrived shortly after. The counselor looked grim. Looking at the dean, I couldn't help but cry out of grievance. I told the counselor long ago that Xiaolin wasn't right in the head, but she did nothing. If I weren't lucky today, I might have died on campus. Xiaolin was ordered to take a 1-year leave of absence, and the counselor received a disciplinary record. After that, she treated me with obvious disdain, but I couldn't be bothered with her. Later, I heard that Xiaolin was indeed diagnosed with mental health issues. Her mother quit her job to care for her full-time, and Jiaolin's prized account was deleted. Zhu Renran and Chen Linger, who had previously joined Xiaolin in filming bizarre and disgusting videos, now had a terrible reputation at school. No one wanted anything to do with them. Zhu Renran's boyfriend even broke up with her over it. After Xiaolin left school, the two came to me and said that Xiaolin had forced them to follow her. If they didn't comply, she'd threaten them. Having been around Xiaolin constantly, they had noticed her instability long ago and were terrified of her, so they felt they had no choice. I believed that who wouldn't be scared of a madman, but I didn't pity them. After all, they brought it upon themselves. They said they wanted to apologize and hoped I could forgive them for their past mistakes. I forced a smile and said, "It's fine. It's all in the past. Don't worry about it." They exchanged a look. Zhu Renren smiled and said, "In that case, let's let bygones be bygones. Yan Yan, could you introduce us to the agency you signed with before?" "Stop. Don't call me Yan Yan. We're not that close." Helpless, I messaged Linda, begging for help. I really didn't want to be pestered by these people anymore. Linda asked me to send their photos. I asked Chen Linger and Zhu Renran for 2 heavily edited pictures and forwarded them to Linda. Linda quickly replied with 4 concise words, "Too ugly." Suppressing a laugh, I screenshot the message and sent it to the two of them. The world was finally peaceful again.